está Esperanza Vence? Donde la Esperanza Vence? Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. And we're always celebrating over here at Esperanza Vence because life is lifing, you know, and we can make the choice to be joyful, right? I'd like to invite you to joyfully like, share, and subscribe to both of my YouTube channels, Esperanza Vence Tarot, and also Esperanza Vence, spelled with the Spanish exclamation points, emphasis on the cha-cha-cha, emphasis on the ole today. I am dropping every Sunday as part of our Sunday service. This is my Sunday service to you, a weekly astrology video with timestamps. So you can go to each day and just get a feel for what your astrology is going to be like for the week, or go back during the week and click on the day that you're interested in. Every day, Monday through Friday, as always, on Esperanza Vence Tarot, we have KWIK HIT Tarot, where we together work on fine-tuning our free will and intuition with the images that are based on the Rider-Waite tarot deck, although I use a lot of different tarot decks in my daily videos. On the Esperanza Vence Spanish exclamation point channel, you will find I do chores with such greats as the Grateful Gardener. We grow herbs and vegetables together, and she makes these awesome like anointing oils, and she makes a lot of different products, salsas and smoked hot sauce and all different kinds of things, braided garlic and a lot of beautiful products. And I do new moon and full moon live streams, 10 card Celtic Cross and astrology live streams, often with a colleague, an esteemed colleague from the astrology community. You don't want to miss those, so please hit the notification bell so you know when we're going live. Those are usually twice a month, new moon and full moon. The vultures are flying overhead. I have vulture totem. I'm the type of person that wants to recycle, and I want to, compost, and I back to the earth, and that's just who I am and what I do. I work at another organic regenerative farm here locally, and you will hear more about that in our videos. So in this age of Aquarius, may I invite us all to remain earthy and grounded, and use technology. Don't let technology use you. Love you, bye. If you would like a personal session, you know what to do. Hit the links, esperanzavence.com. You can go to the contact page. It's so easy. I email you right back. You tell me when, and I click you a link that tells you where. So easy. I just ran like a super sale, $25 an hour, but like my time is worth $90 an hour, so that's what we're paying now. But there are readings as low as $33. Anybody can do that. So that'll give you a chance to just get a KWIK HIT tarot for yourself, get it like kind of a feel for what the astrology could be doing for you personally from a whole sign house perspective. We don't even have to pull your chart. I can do it in my head. And those quick meetings, those 15-minute meetings are just like a nice break to the day that you just can sort of just give yourself a little fresher for your intuition to guide you throughout the rest of the day or week, whatever you're working with. I also have clients who are regulars, you know what I mean? There are people that book like monster sessions with me, like 4 or 5 hour sessions every month or so. And we look at, but those are usually like couples, but don't be shy to like bring your partner to a reading, because actually those readings work freaking awesome for me. I from my perspective, I just love seeing this all play out. I love seeing y'all's composite charts play out. It is just so obvious to me why you are the way you are when I get to see these things. So it's like, it's fun for me, it's fun for you, and it's also informative. So why not? Bring your girl, bring your guy, get a session with Esperanza Vence Tarot. And if you are a regular, if you do come back month after month, like, my pricing structure is very fluid for loyal clients. You know what I mean? I try to stay reasonable, and I also try to honor myself and my time. And I'm very blessed to have clients that honor me and my time. So thanks so much, you know, for being fit and being legit. All right, stay tuned. See ya. Kitten. I don't know if he'll come and sit with me. Hola, hola, bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence. Donde la Esperanza Vence? Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. Otto, kitten. What are you chasing after? What are you chasing after? Are you chasing after Are you chasing the chipmunks? Are you chasing the chipmunks? He is chasing the chipmunks. Otto. He's a neighborhood cat. But I figured he wanted to talk on our tarot reading. It's kitten. Why not? Let the cat make a cameo. Hey, so thanks for putting up with me, Esperanza Vence Tarot. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here. It's your full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, 27th of August, 2026. Hey, what a beautiful time to have a moon. Oh gosh, moon loves to be in Pisces, and Venus loves to be in Libra, and I love to be with you. And I would love to encourage you to please tune in later on this afternoon, and please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for those of you that were at the live stream yesterday. Yay! It's always such a good time to catch up and talk about astrological things together and nerd out on these kind of things. It's a language, you know, and I'm so happy that I have the opportunity to share this language with each other, you know. So let's pull a Synchronicity Oracle card for our full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. And you go ahead and hit that notification bell, because I'm going to have a very special guest on this channel. And I would love for you to be able to participate. Yeah. All right, let's see what the Oracle deck has to say to us. This is the Synchronicity Oracle by Kathy Nichols. Those of you who have been on this channel before, thank you for coming back. Thank you so much for coming back. And you know what? The other day on Robert Phoenix's live stream, he does the astro weather every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then afterwards, he often does 15 minutes of flame over on Rumble. And that goes from 9:15 until like 10:30, and people were letting me know that they watch these videos. So thank you for watching these videos. I know if you're in the comments, I know that you're watching the videos. So I know that there's a few friends and neighbors that like stop by, but you know, sometimes for all of us, right, it's like you're just going about your life, and then you have a few wins, and then you stub your toe, and then you have a few wins, and then you stub your toe. And like some days you're just like, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, you know. And it was one of those days. Like I was just spiritually spent. And so thank you for letting me know that you watch these videos, because it helped my heart to have some buoyancy. So I very much appreciated that. Thank you very much. Let's play with the Synchronicity Oracle deck. Yay! For our full moon lunar eclipse. And let's see what we get. I'll shuffle just a little bit more, but I already kind of... Oh, there it is! Of course. Rebel. rebel energy, rebel. You know, whenever I pull this card, it really reminds me of our dear friend at Art Genius U, Robin the Rebel. She's an artist. She stands firm. Look at her face. Her face is neither amused nor unamused. She's just aware. And she has these Piscean vibes, doesn't she? The blue hair, the Piscean flowy, but that gaze that this woman has in this beautiful artwork, right? And then the honeybee symbolism of like cooperation, divine feminine energy, feminine power. She embodies all of these qualities, our friend Robin, and I really think about that energy when I see this card. Maybe it's time to rebel. You rebel. All right, that's going to flavor our reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, 27th of August, 2026. Let's pull our KWIK HITs tarot from the Morgan Greer tarot, my absolute freaking favorite. And by the way, this full moon lunar eclipse, or I'm sorry, well, it's a full moon lunar eclipse, but it's a penumbral eclipse. It's not a full eclipse, it's a penumbral eclipse. So like the moon's going to change color like a little bit, but it's not going to be totally blacked out. Does that make sense? Anyway, a Pisces full moon near to this degree, also penumbral, occurred on, I want to say, August 26th or August 27th of 1980, the year that I was born. And I was baptized just to like 10-12 days prior to that. So it was like I was baptized and then the Pisces full moon came in, and so now like with this full moon I'm like, okay, great, am I gonna die? Like, you know what I mean? But don't cremate me. Don't cremate me. Put me in something cute. Put me in this. You know, this is like my gardening clothes. This is what I like, and this is who I am, and let the vultures eat me. Please and thank you. But you know, all important things to have out there in the ethers. Just, you know, that's the only guarantee when people come for a reading. Sometimes they're like, I'm so freaked out. Are you going to pull the death card? And I'm like, well, it's coming eventually. You know, that's the biggest surprise of life. And I've come so close to death so many times. I've had, well, not so many times, but I've had like about 3 significant like near-death experiences. And every single time, do you want to know what my last thought always is? It's always literally like, oh shit, that was it? It's nothing deep. Like, I'm just like, oh shit, that was it. And it's usually, oh shit. That is like my last dying thought. So just know, okay, you know. But yeah, you know, Pisces energy, right? That's going to be the 12th sign of the zodiac. That's 12th house energy. That's the energy between you and God, but that's like closing out energy. That's closing out of life cycles. That's closing out of spiritual cycles. That's dissolving into the all that is. Oh, we got a jumper. Ooh, 10 of Cups reversed. So yeah, like this can be when, you know, the happily ever after didn't really happen. Like sometimes the story just ends without the happily ever after. You know, sometimes when we join forces with another person, our 5 cups and their 5 cups, to try to make the 10, to try to make that marriage work, it might need some renovation. Whenever I see cards inverted or reversed energy, it means that like something still needs to be worked on inside of us before we can see this come through clean and clear in our reality, right? So if we want the happily ever after, we need to like work on our ability to receive that kind of energy. And we also need to accept when cycles are done and over with, and when marriages, contracts, and relationships, happy family arrangements that we have might still need some work. There might be some turmoil or disruption within our immediate family systems, right? There could have been like sadness or loss within your family, or a feeling that like things are not just rainbows and sunshine within a family unit. I don't know if that resonates for anybody, but that's our jumper for this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Actually, that could make sense because on a full moon, sometimes people are like more full emotionally before they just spill their cups out. So just keep an eye peeled, give yourselves and give others some grace. Why don't ya? I know if you're on this Esperanza Vence Tarot channel that you're full of grace and that you're generous with your grace. I know you are. Oh, did you see? I think I showed you yesterday, but I'll show you again today in case you're new here. Thank you. This is a really beautiful fairy wreath that my friend the Grateful Gardener made for me. She says it's PBR colors. All right, let's pray and play for our Quick Hits Tarot for today, 27th of August, 2026, our full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Near past, present tense, near future. So I already pulled all of these readings yesterday. I worked on them, but for some reason they didn't record. And I did pull the moon card for our full moon reading, but we'll see if it shows up again. Probably not. Near past, strength reversed, present tense, Queen of Wands, and the near future. Wow, the Nine of Wands. So we got fire energy actually coming in for this water moon. Strength reversed. Not forcing things. Understanding that by staying within the flow, by staying with the universal laws of nature, that's where we find our fortitude. And that's how we get the beast to transmute itself into the purring kitten. And look at that, strength reversed. This is like, you know, instead of picking Otto up and like wanting him to like sit with me, like, kitty cats, come sit with me, like not pulling like a Lenny on his ass. Like, I could have just sat here and been, you know, in the flow, in the vibe, and maybe that he would have wanted to open himself up to me anyway. I mean, Otto's awesome. He's gonna want to hang regardless, but between the new moon solar eclipse in Leo and now, has your strength been a little bit depleted? Do you feel a little bit drained? Do you feel like you might have lost a little bit of a stronghold on what you knew was true? Is new information coming in that kind of like knocks you off your feet a little bit? Are you feeling a little bit more apt to want to sit down than stand up? This could be strength reversed. However, look, there's some fire energy coming in. After this water moon, we're looking towards air and fire. I mean, the North Node is already in Aquarius. Like, we're already there, but we're just finishing out some of the, like, watery vibes. We have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Nine of Wands coming in. So with the Queen of Wands, Queen of Rods, if you will, she's creative, she's suggestive, she also makes suggestions that other people would like to sign up for. You know what I mean? She causes growth around her because she shines so brightly. She does not burn other people with her fire. She causes growth because of her fire. She channels her energy so effectively that it becomes art. She uses that rod, that wand, to spank anybody that deserves it, and because of that, people respect her and her space. She's vital, she has plenty of energy, she has good health and good vitality, and her organs are doing what they need to frickin' do. And she's very attractive. She's also quite forceful. She could have a little bit of an attitude. You know, she could be like a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Aries person. Maybe she angers a little bit quicker than an earth sign, but she gets stuff started. That's for sure. She holds it down. 9 of Wands is when we're in a winning position, but we got to keep fighting, and it's hard. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of energy to keep the high ground in this situation. So with the full moon lunar eclipse, things are going to probably come to light that, like, okay, this is the way it is, and this is the battle that we're in, and we might have won this battle, but in order to win the war, like, it's going to take a lot of energy and focus and determination, and we may become weary. This is a card of being battle weary. Usually you see this person with like bandages on their head, and you know, they're like limping along. This one's a little bit of a stronger version of the 9 of Wands. But still, this is a person that's in constant motion to defend themselves and defend their space and defend their people and defend their way of life. So, that's what we got. Please send, well, if you would be so kind as to send your love to Wisconsin here tonight. There is an important, well, I don't know if it's important, but there's a meeting that this private company is holding to, I don't know, just get a feel for who the farmers in the area that they want to splash their black magic onto or whatever, but whatever. It's at Lake Lawn. That's my space. That's gridded with my protective energy. I've been roaming the halls of that very resort since I was like 7 years old. So my energy and my bones are imbued with that space. So just know that. So anyway, they're holding their meeting there, as many conferences are held. Most of which I care not about, but a few of which I've participated in, and I have a very protective life force energy, and I look forward to wielding it appropriately. Love you. See you later on the live stream, God willing.